Hi, my name is Shannon Costello and I'm a registered dietitian with Corporate Fitness Works. Today we're in my home kitchen and we're going to make some loaded oatmeal. Oatmeal makes for such a great start to the day, and I love how easy it is to change up the flavors, the mix-ins, and toppings to make it different each time you make it. This oatmeal recipe is inspired by some fall and winter spices and fruits, but you can easily use the same oatmeal base and adjust the flavors and add-ins based on your flavor preference. Oats are a type of whole grain and complex carbohydrate that provide energy and have about 5 grams of protein and 3 grams of fiber per half cup serving. Research has proven that the type of fiber found in oats, called soluble fiber, improves heart health, helps control blood sugar levels, supports healthy weight management, and a healthy digestive system. Fiber found in foods like oats prevents the sharp rise in blood sugars right after a meal. So while oats are considered a carbohydrate, this complex carb is beneficial in keeping blood sugars stable so that your energy levels don't quickly spike and crash. Try to purchase the least processed form of oats, such as whole rolled oats or even steel cut oats, rather than the instant oatmeal packages. Now again, this is a loaded oatmeal, as you can see by the variety of ingredients. Another great type of complex carbohydrate that also has a good source of protein and tons of fiber is quinoa. Quinoa is a type of ancient grain and whole grain that has about 6 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber per quarter cup serving cooked. So we're going to mix a little bit of that in with our oats to make it extra satisfying. And to keep loading up this recipe, we're going to sneak in some chia, hemp, and/or ground flax seeds into this. These seeds are so tiny you won't even know that they're in your oatmeal, but they add so much nutrition. They're all rich in omega-3 fatty acids, protein, and fiber. So you can use just one type of seed or a combination of them. Now to get this all cooking, our liquid is unsweetened almond milk, or you can use regular skim milk and some plain non-fat Greek yogurt. This will help thicken the texture and keep giving it a good punch of protein while adding some calcium, potassium, and some great probiotics. We'll flavor this using diced apples and lots of yummy spices. You can choose whatever type of apple variety you'd like. And with our spices, as I said, sticking with a fall kind of winter theme, we'll have some cinnamon and then mix and match whatever you have on hand. Here I have some nutmeg, cardamom, ginger, and cloves. You can use any variety or combination of these. And if you prefer to have your oatmeal a little sweeter, you can feel free to add some honey or 100% maple syrup. And we're gonna load in some more. If you'd like to get extra loaded here, you have the option with some mix-ins or toppings. You can mix in some peanut butter or any type of nut butter. This is a sunflower seed butter. This will be great for adding a good source of healthy fats, plus the flavor is just awesome. You can stir in some more fresh or frozen fruit of any kind. You can top off your oats with some unsweetened coconut flakes or some unsweetened dried fruits. Persimmons are a fun fall fruit. So just have fun with it, loading this up and mixing and matching different ingredients. So we're gonna start by heating a large pot over medium-high heat, and once it's hot, we'll add a little bit of cooking oil. I'm using an avocado oil because it has a neutral flavor, but you can use grapeseed oil, olive oil, whatever you have on hand. And that's just gonna coat the pan. And then we'll add our apples, nice and diced up. Lingering one here, and season with some cinnamon to kick it off. We can add some more cinnamon later as well, and we'll just toss that around so that the apples are coated in the cinnamon and the oil. Shake it around or use a spoon or spatula. And we'll let this cook for about 3 to 5 minutes until the apples are nice and juicy and have softened up. These apples look and smell great. So now that they're a little softened and their juices are starting to release, we're going to carefully add our milk of choice and let this come to a low boil. And once the milk is boiling, we'll go ahead and add our oats, the quinoa, our choice of seeds, and the Greek yogurt, and give that a good stir. And while you're stirring, we'll go ahead and reduce the heat to medium. Keep it at a somewhat simmer here. And then as you're stirring and the heat is being reduced, you can add your choice of mix-in. So the spices, more cinnamon, of course. If you are using any nut or seed butters, this will help it warm and kind of melt through with all the other ingredients as the grains cook. And if you're sweetening with a little bit of honey or maple syrup, add that in here as well. And we'll just let this continue with a simmer. Now that all the ingredients are in here, reduce the heat a tad more to a medium-low. Should just be a little bubbly at the top. And we'll let this simmer uncovered for about 10 minutes, give or take. The liquid will thicken and the oats and quinoa should be cooked through. So just come back and check on it, stirring occasionally. So once the grains are cooked through, you can taste test and add more seasonings, or if you're using more fruit, you can add that here to bring it to the same warm temperature, especially if you're going to be using frozen fruit, which is a great pantry staple to keep on hand. Give that a good stir and you can turn the heat off, allowing the flavors to sit together. Wow, this looks full of greatness. Feel free to add your choice of toppings for a loaded and nutritional breakfast. This makes a large batch, making it really easy for meal prepping several breakfasts at once. Just make sure that any leftovers completely cool before storing it in the refrigerator, and this will last up to 4 to 5 days. For an easier breakfast, just divide it up evenly into individual to-go containers that are microwave safe, and then you have a breakfast ready in less than 2 minutes. Enjoy!